Well, good morning, everybody. It's raining. It's Monday. No, it's not Monday. Yesterday was Monday. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday. Ooh, that break didn't sound right. Right. Yeah. Gotta go to work again. Yay! In all honesty, I've been posting my Facebook profile, on my Facebook post. I know I'm burnout. And in all honesty, I don't think positivity has to do anything with it. Positivity doesn't solve things. Positivity is like, let's be positive, but it doesn't solve the situation that is causing the stress in my workplace and that is making me feel burnt out. I work in retail, I work in Walmart, I work in digital shopping. Pretty much my job is to go around and pick things for people that people order online to go and pick up at the store or have them deliver at their homes or whatever it is. It's not a very difficult job. It's a relatively easy job. It's not enough mental stimulation except for the fact that there are customers that always interrupt you during your walks to ask where things are because they need to find the things that they are. So it's like customer service plus kind of like warehouse work, which can be draining sometimes because of that. And then all the stuff that happens in the back room too. If things don't get staged properly, then we're losing our minds trying to find things. Too many people outside waiting for their orders, because not everybody comes at the time they're supposed to come. So yeah, it can sometimes become a little bit too much, and I'm just burnt out. I was burnt out when I was working at Home Depot as a cashier, and it's just my take is just a feeling like stuck in a job that the opportunities to go up don't happen often. Because you still have to go and apply. You still have to hope that they can consider you for a bigger promotion, And it's just, retail is just one of those things that opportunities are, but there are not that many, honestly. And it's just so difficult to find a way to go move up. Ooh, that's a nice pickup truck. Ooh, and it's a pickup truck. Anyway, got distracted. That's a pickup truck. Nice pickup truck there. Anyway, so yeah, because of that, like my mental state, I just don't want to be at work. I just don't want to go to work. Not only the stress of the job that happens, because there's stress of the job that happens every day. Every day is like I can count how it's going to go, and even though I think positive, it doesn't change that. Every day it's a new kind of stress that is going to happen, but it's the same shit almost, and it doesn't change, and things don't change, and they say they're going to change, but they are not changed, and you just become more frustrated every day. On top of that, dealing with the customers, which if it wasn't one time that every once in a while that I get misgender, that would be fine. But when it happens like really often, like to the point that I have to do with that constantly at work, it's just I'm just mentally exhausted, like I don't understand why people, and I get it, I'm not dressed in the most feminine way. I'm just wearing things that women that work in retail wear, like jeans and shirts, I don't know why it is, but I hate it. I hate when people misgender me, and the constant misgendering me is just affecting me. And I get it. I shouldn't take it personally, yada yada, because they are not related to me. But also, it just makes interacting with people really awkward. And I've gotten to a point that, if, like, somebody goes, sir, that's not me. I don't reply back. I know my gender. I'm not going to reply to a gender because I will assume that they're talking to somebody else. And if they get offended or they get angry at me for not paying attention to that, I mean, they could know better, honestly. And I don't buy the excuse like, oh, they probably are calling everybody sir all the time, like, no, I don't buy that, honestly. If it, like I said, if it was every now and then, I would see it as a mistake, but because when it's constantly, it's just like, ugh, I just don't want to deal with that. I'm tired of dealing with that, and I'm just burnt out. I just rather stay home. I just don't want to go to work anymore. It's like going to work right now. It's just like, oh, I have to go through another day of this shit, So definitely I'm burnt out. And I just wish that there was a way of dealing with this burnout symptom. And I don't think I have that. I just will prefer not to be at work. Not to have to go to work. And so, yeah. And the sad part that is also affecting me too is just the fact that knowing that even if I stay there, if I stay at work, having too much student loan debt, not knowing that I don't think I will ever repay that back, it's really hitting me hard lately, because I don't have any savings for retirement, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to retire, if any. Just don't want to be working until I die, till the day I die. It's just ridiculous. It's just like, I don't think I will ever be able to enjoy have time for myself, honestly. And then, like, because I need money and everything is about money, our system works with money, honestly. If you want something, you need to have the money for that, money for this. I depend on my own income. I'm not married. I'm not in any relationship. I depend on my own income, and knowing that things are getting expensive, and how little money I have. Like, if I don't work, I don't have money. The only reason I go to work is because I need the money. It's not because it's my dream job, because it is not my dream job. It's not because I'm learning a valuable skill, because I'm not, honestly. I think I have more valuable skills in my background as an engineer, and in environmental engineering, and in accounting. When I went to study accounting in school, that's more valuable. That probably could pay more money in the long term. And I've been thinking also about learning computers. I'm going to see if I can get a few books to start reading at home about computers. I wanted to go originally, instead of going for chemical engineering and environmental engineering, I want to go for computer engineering. And I always want to learn more about computers, so I'm going to purchase a book about computers, learning how computers work, and also maybe a little bit of computer science. Programming was fun. I took a programming class in college. Again, that was years ago. It was with was Fortran 77. They don't. That's not used anymore. There are better programs. So there are C++. You have Java, which is used for online HTML. I do want to learn more about coding. Python. I tried to start learning Python a few years ago, but I didn't have the time. The thing is, like, work takes a good chunk of time, and it's like when you're working for a job, the time is for the company. You don't have time to do anything else. You're not allowed to have books. You're not allowed to have cell phones because they don't like the cell phones. So you can't learn in a job, A job is just a way of just doing that job for the benefit of the company that you work, and they really don't care about anything else that you want to do with your own life. It's just about them, which is understandable because they're paying you for you to be there and do the dirty job, the meeting, but the limits, and then after work I'm left sometimes without energy because I'm drained of energy because of all the customers that I have had to interact probably during a particular day. They drain me out of my own energy. And I really don't feel like doing anything else. If I don't want to be at work and after I get out of work I feel drained, there's a problem with that. Yesterday I even forced myself to go to the gym because I need to go to the gym to keep myself active, but that's something that I enjoy doing. But at the same time, I'm just so tired of the same shit days that I go to work. Like, there's nothing more like, I'm happy because today I don't have to be at work tomorrow. But next day, it's just a think of like, oh gosh, here I have to go again. Damn it. And it doesn't help that people are just like, well, it's adulting, everybody hates their job. That really doesn't help me at all. You know, the burnout symptoms that I have, they're not going away anytime soon. And that's where I have to work to try to solve that, not to be having that mindset like, well, everybody hates their job. Who cares if everybody hates a job? I really don't care if everybody hates their job. That doesn't solve my problem. My problem is like I'm burnt out, and I need to find a way to solve the burnout problem, the burnout symptom that I'm experiencing before it continues growing and growing and cause me either to lose the job or me to quit the job, which I've been thinking about doing for a few times lately because I'm just tired and exhausted of the situations that are happening at work. I really don't care. Right now I'm getting to a point that I don't care. I don't care if I arrive late. I don't care if I get fired for being late. I really don't. They're doing me a favor if they fire me, honestly. Because it's like, oh, I don't have to deal with more customers. I don't have to deal with more of the work stress situation that I'm experiencing at that job. It's just so simple. It's an end to my burnouts, to temporarily burnout symptoms. And I'm not saying that every job is going to be perfect because I don't expect the job to be perfect. But if I find a job that I don't have to interact with customers, holy shit, yes. No more customers. That would be so great. Maybe I'm turning into an antisocial, or I'm turning more into me because I've always been very introverted. I have always been very introverted. Like when I was younger and family members were to visit, I rather will stay in my room rather than go and talk to my family members. That's the kind of person that I was. My dad had to tell me, hey, come and talk to your aunt that's visiting, come and talk to your aunts, come and talk to your uncles. You know, he had to force me to be extroverted. I have always been introverted. Come on, get in there, sunshine. So I have always been highly introverted. I'm totally fine being by myself. I don't need to interact. I don't need to have social interactions all the time. I'm good in my own, you know, I'm good in my own little world sometimes. And I feel like that is a thing that at work that I have to deal with because it's just a little bit of everything, you know, between the job situations that I've experienced every day and the customers just creating a stress that I no longer want to deal with, honestly. But mostly just the constant misgendering of people, you know, like, and it's interesting because I do wrestling and sometimes I get called way worse names, you know. What is wrestling, you know? It doesn't happen quite often. I can control more my feelings towards that, you know, because I'm allowing myself to be positioned in that position. At retail, I want to be treated also like a human being, not be treated like some kind of garbage just because I work retail, you know, by customers. Like, I hate that. I hate when customers think that they can just treat retail workers like shit just because we're retail workers, you know. It's disgusting. It annoys me, you know. But yeah, I'm burnt out and I don't know what to do to deal with the burnout. I need to do something about it. I'm trying to find a way to do something about it. I know positivity doesn't help. Like, people are going to say, "Oh, think positive. Things are going to get better." Well, it could be worse. I don't buy that. That doesn't solve the problem. You know, that doesn't solve anything. That doesn't change the situation that I have to deal with. That doesn't take away the burnout. You know, and or take away my depression or the fact that I'm feeling stuck in the retail world. You know, where I rather not work in the retail world in retail. Seriously, like, that was never my. This was never the job that I wanted to be doing. I never wanted to be working in retail in my entire life. Retail was not where I wanted to end up. I care very little about retail. I care more about things that are happening, like right now, where I think I saw news that supposedly they are using chemical weapons. Oh my gosh, the environmental impact of using chemical weapons. Jeez, come on! Like, what kind of person can decide to use chemical weapons against another country just because they want to take another country for themselves? That is ridiculous. The environmental impact, plus also the damage that is causing to the health of the people that live in that particular area. Holy smokes! Jeez, no, that is not acceptable at all. And let's hope that it doesn't escalate to people using nuclear weapons, because nuclear weapons are the worst. You know, nuclear radiation. Anybody that have seen the reports of Chernobyl, holy shit, damn, that is just awful. You know, even Japan with the Fukushima plant situation that happened years ago, that was a bad environmental catastrophe. Honestly, it's sad. It's upsetting, you know. And then, of course, we still have to deal with global warming, which is happening. It's going to devastate, have environment damage everywhere, and we're seeing it. It's just like we haven't seen it in a way that is like very global yet. Well, no, it's been happening globally. Sorry about that. I said something that is wrong. But we kind of like pretend that it's not real and ignore it. That is not going to solve the environmental impact that we're causing, humans are causing. We definitely need to find other sources of energy that doesn't involve fossil fuel or burning things, you know. Until then, we're going to continue dealing with situations like global warming. And also been hearing news about Puerto Rico, the infrastructure in Puerto Rico too. Power plants in Puerto Rico are failing because they're old. It's like they haven't been updated, and they're failing in Puerto Rico. There's been blackouts in Puerto Rico. So there's a lot of stuff that is way more that I have more of an interest than just working retail. And that doesn't mean that I don't like the other things that I do. I still like wrestling. Wrestling is a passion. It's like theater. I like theater too. I like the arts. It's like I like playing table tennis. I love playing table tennis. But retail is not my thing. I'm just tired of just going through the motions. I'm just tired of dealing with the same situation. Stress at work, and of course the customers. I just don't have the energy for dealing with customers anymore. I really don't. I really don't. I'd rather get fired for saying this, but I could use a break where I don't have to interact with people at all, honestly. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Peace, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.